What's up, y'all? My name is Scott. I'm in the underground tunnel between Terminals 5 and 6 at LAX, and this video is sponsored by Surfshark. I have no way of starting this video other than by asking a simple question. Is a lie-flat business class seat on an internationally configured Boeing 787 really necessary on a relatively short flight between Los Angeles and Dallas? I'm going to assume that the correct answer is no, but I'm going to have to test it out first, just to be sure. You know, research. So yeah, for the sake of scientific research, I'm here at LAX this morning to catch American Airlines flight number 1974 to Dallas, in business class, on an internationally configured Boeing 787. Because, why not, right? For those of you who aren't familiar with this route, it's essentially the Airbus A321 Express with departures happening about once per hour. A 787 between Los Angeles and Dallas is a special treat, indeed. Since I've got a few minutes to kill before my science experiment shows up, I might as well tell you all about the one thing that I take with me everywhere I go. Yes, even to Dallas. It's called Surfshark, and I've been using it to secure my digital life since 2019. I do everything online, and having an award-winning, ultra-secure VPN like Surfshark lets me do everything I do without leaving any footprints. For example, true story, American Airlines thought I was in Spain when I was booking this itinerary. This resulted in me being able to nab a one-way business class seat from LA to Dallas at a slightly cheaper price than I would have if I would have purchased this from the United States. The trick is to use Surfshark to virtually change your location as you do your flight searches. Airlines price fares differently depending on what part of the world you're in, don't ask me why, and you can sometimes find a better deal by virtually bouncing around to different locations. Anyway, if you want to take advantage of this, you're in luck. Surfshark is currently offering the SANspotter audience 83% off a full membership by using the promo code SCOTT in conjunction with the link in the description below. That's a crazy good deal for what it offers. And if you act quick, they'll add on an extra 3 months for free, which, when you do the math, makes this a far better deal than just 83% off. Go get it. It's been a while since I've had the opportunity to hang out here in Terminal 5, and it looks exactly the same as it did the last time I was here, which, according to my records, was 5 years, 2 months, and 6 days ago. It's nice to see it again. And no, it's not like I was expecting it to be massively different or anything, but this video kinda sucks so far, and maybe some more action would be nice. Alright, how's this for some more action? This right here is the airplane that will be taking me to Dallas this morning, and it's a 3-year-old 787-9, which, pre-COVID, spent nearly all of its time bouncing between Asia, Europe, and South America. Today, it's flying back and forth between Dallas and Los Angeles. Poor little guy. Anyway, I guess I never realized how big these things were until I was standing here face to face with it. I could see every little detail, including what appeared to be one pilot turning to the other and telling him how stupid SANspotter's last video was. One really nice thing about flying American Airlines is that they tell you right on the monitors how many minutes until boarding begins. With 36 minutes to go, I must look awfully impatient standing here. Standing across from the boarding gate holding up my boarding pass didn't make me look any less impatient either. Just saying. Flying business class doesn't make you smart.
You got it? No,
There we go.
you did it. Thank you.
Wouldn't it seem logical that I'd know how to scan a mobile boarding pass by now? I'm not as think as you smart I am. One unexpected result of today's scientific experiment was the feeling of nostalgia as I approached the boarding door. A year ago, boarding a 787 would have seemed completely routine to me. However, after being grounded for so long due to the pandemic, this was my first wide-body flight in over a year. It felt really good to be back. Yes, it felt excessively extravagant for a short 2.5-hour flight over to Dallas, but dang, it felt good. That cozy feeling of nostalgia was quickly washed away by the feeling of horrible guilt as I started looking around at all the little details on this seat. What the heck am I going to put in all these containers? I will say that I wasn't feeling guilty at all about the legroom though. As far as I'm concerned, this is what domestic first class legroom should be like. Is this ridiculous or what? And I still have no idea what to put in those containers. Knowing me, it's probably best that I don't put anything in there that I can't afford to lose. I'm not sure, but the airlines have probably made a killing on eBay selling all the crap that I leave behind on airplanes. These dang containers. For the sake of my personal belongings, I must resist. One thing that was hard to resist, however, was this retractable armrest, mainly because it helped to make this seat feel more enclosed. So, what's the verdict so far? Is this excessively obnoxious and completely overkill for a short 2.5-hour flight over to Dallas? You bet it is. And I think I like it. Of course, I won't know for sure until we reach Dallas. I dedicate this view to all the poor souls who voluntarily chose to fly on one of the 15 Airbus A321s flying between Los Angeles and Dallas today. All I'm saying is, it pays to be a dorky airplane nerd who knows what's up. Speaking of dorky airplane nerds, I posted the full unedited version of this takeoff on my other YouTube channel like I always do. Link in the description below. I had totally forgotten what it feels like to sit in an international lie-flat business class seat like this. I actually felt like a total newbie again, which, in retrospect, was a good thing. Being grounded by the pandemic hasn't been fun, but it has helped me to feel more thankful about having the ability to freely travel. For the record, I had no expectations of food on this flight other than the standard snack bag and drink. That's how I got on several other domestic first-class flights that I've flown recently, so I had no reason to expect anything more, which is probably why I shot the crap out of me stuffing my face with this stuff. Alright, armrest, gobs of legroom, and a huge video screen. This is my kind of science experiment. By the way, there's no point in giving you a full breakdown of the video entertainment system since 1/3 of this flight has already passed and I haven't even shown you footage of me washing my hands in the lavatory yet. All you need to know is that there is far too much content to consume on a 2.5-hour flight over to Dallas. In an unexpected turn of events, I present to you more food. Yep, they were offering a ham and cheese croissant, or this yogurt and granola thing, and I guess there was a lot of lactose intolerant people on this flight because I had no choice. I would have picked this anyway, by the way, since airplane breakfast sandwiches are usually total grease bombs. Can you believe that I made it through the entire meal sequence without mentioning chicken rice even once? Don't get me wrong, I would have totally destroyed any chicken and rice dish put in front of me, but I would have been perfectly happy without any food at all. I'm just feeling really thankful to be sitting in this seat. Want to know the best part about the Boeing 787? It's the hands-free toilet flushing system, of course. Say what you will about how obnoxiously excessive this is, but I ain't never enjoyed a flight to Dallas as much as I'm enjoying this one. I mean, seriously, is this cool or what? Oh, and yeah, this is what you'll see as you drift off to sleep in an American Airlines 787-9 business class seat. This science stuff is grueling. Something else I discovered while lying here is this handy reading light. I'm sure it would have come in really handy if I was doing legitimate business stuff on a 14-hour flight to Sydney, but yeah. Really? Already? Seems like we just took off. Anyway, now to the most depressing part of this flight. Goodbye, sunshine. The funniest part of this approach is that everyone on the ground watching us is probably thinking that we are arriving from some faraway exotic place like Tokyo or something. If they only knew. And, just like that, welcome to Dallas. It's really good to see this place again, even if it is a little bit gloomy out there. Texas is just about as America as it gets, and I'd love to see Neil from the Moments in the Sky YouTube channel do a trip report video in or out of this place. Cowboy hat and all, of course. Do I even have to tell you the results of today's little science experiment? It was the most ridiculously indulgent thing that I've done in a good long while, and even though it was loads of fun, I can honestly say that nobody needs a lie-flat business class seat on a 2.5-hour flight to Dallas. You want it though, I can promise you that. Finally, huge thanks to the SANspotter patrons, which is the fine group of folks who makes my content possible. To Aaron Slater, Joshua Bedell, Naomi Slivka, David Kelly, Simon from drumambition.com, and everyone else, thank you so much. I'll catch every single one of you in the next one, which, spoiler alert, involves some smashed goldfish crackers. See you then.